Are you interested in buying yourself some anime or manga merch? Some amazing hoodies, shirts with your favorite character on it? From JoJo's Bizarre Adventure to Kimetsu no Yaiba, Dragon Ball, My Hero Academia, One Piece, Tokyo Ghoul, Fairy Tail, Bleach, Haikyuu, and many others. Go click the link in my description box now and get some awesome discounts from 20% up to 68% off. They offer you free shipping as well. So, what are you waiting for? Link in the description.
Hello loves. I'm sorry if I haven't posted for like a week now. This will be mostly about IwaOi, but I will be mentioning other ships. This will be a 3-part series, and I'm really excited to share my ideas with you all. This idea had been running through my mind ever since last October, 2020, but I didn't have the time to write about it, but now I do. And it's here. More details about this 3-part series will be in the description below. Before we start, I'm sorry if I put my sponsor at the beginning of my videos and upcoming videos. Unfortunately I can't place ads on my videos and it's really a bummer that I couldn't. But, by using my codes which will be in the description below would help me get small commissions from it. You can also support me by buying me a coffee in Ko-fi. All the details will be in the description box below. You're not obliged to, but it would definitely help a lot. Anyway, let's start. Don't forget to grab your popcorn and tissues, cuties.
𝐿𝐿 created a group chat. 𝐿𝐿 added 7 members to the group. 𝐿𝐿 changed the group name to the Iwaizumi of Secrets. Crying.
What happened to hello? How are you? My name is. What happened to that?
There's no time for that. Help. Alright. Who? Who? It's 7:30 in the morning. Why are y'all making owl noises in texts? What do you mean who? Damn owls. 𝐿𝐿 went offline. Ha 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 ha. Fine, doesn't matter.
Alright kiddos, time to teach you how to hide a dead body.
Wait, Kunami, no.
This is not going to be a fast, easy process. This is going to take a couple of weeks, so if you're being searched for right now, don't do this.
𝐿𝐿 is online. Alright. Count me in. Nope, I'm out. I do not see. I am not involved. Goodbye. Please tell me you didn't actually. Ashiwaka. Gasp. Notice how Iwaizumi isn't here in this group chat. Oh lord. 𝐿𝐿 actually did it, 𝙬𝙗. Alright then. Where'd you hide the body? No, you guys got it all wrong. I didn't. Chop stabity anyone. Although I hate that man so much, I am not Michael Myers, for goodness sake. Person in a powered wheelchair. Gust of wind. Or. Boring. I'm leaving. TSK. Is no one going to ask why Kunami knows how to hide a body? He watches too many crime documentaries on Netflix. Oh. Guys, for real, I need help. Yes, we know. Oh thank God, I thought I was the only one. You're having a sexuality crisis. Excuse me. Can't blame him. Have you seen his biceps? Yup. Oh. I'm not. I'm better. Yeah, honey, no. I'm better. 𝐿𝐿 said after miserably failing in every challenge with Iwaizumi, face with rolling eyes. 𝙬𝙗. The fact that he mostly listens to Iwaizumi-san more than 𝐿𝐿. It's like some type of wolf pack or some. Ha 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 ha. The slander. Fuck off. Why you bully me? Guys, I actually bred your help. Need. Ayo, he sounds serious. I'm not going to make fun of your typo just this once because this sounds urgent. What's up? Am I the only one who noticed that Iwa is kinda off lately? Like, he's still in every practice and all, but he always misses my sets? You probably just suck. What does it take for you to be respectful? When snakes walk. You little. You know what? Check DMs. What? Horizontal ellipsis. Oh. Sorry, 𝐿𝐿-san. Please continue. PFFT. Ha 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 ha. I'm not even going to ask. Lol. Anyway. Yeah, I noticed that he wasn't his usual self yesterday. See? And I feel like he's ignoring me. What'd you do to him? Nothing, I swear. Also, aren't you guys childhood best friends? And you two know each other more than we do. Yeah, but every time I asked him if he was okay or what was wrong, he'd brush me off and tell me he's fine when clearly he's not. He'd usually tell me what was wrong, but this time, it's different. Not only is he out of it during practice, he's also spacing out a lot during our classes together. Although his grades aren't dropping, he's still not his usual self. Now that you mentioned it, Iwaizumi-san doesn't talk to us that often anymore, saying he's busy with school and a lot of stuff. Like what? He didn't say. Sad Oikawa. Look, he might be going through something he isn't comfortable talking about yet. Give him some time to cool off, and maybe he'll tell you soon. After all, you're his best friend. Yeah. That still doesn't make sense though. What doesn't? Why is he acting like he's hiding something? He has a point. He always looks so paranoid every time we practice or whenever Oikawa-san says to him. Oh no. What if he's in trouble? We need to do something. Wait, Oikawa-san. If he's in trouble, he'd let us know. He probably isn't getting mixed up with the wrong people. He's responsible and knows what not to do. I'm so worried right now you don't understand. Damn it 𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸, this is all your fault. What? He assumed. I was just saying it looks like he's hiding something. Especially from Oikawa. What? I mean he's got a point low-key. He's always looking at Oikawa like he doesn't want him to know about something. Gasp. I think I know. Wait. Is it? What? What is it, Maki? Wait, everyone, let's meet up. Oikawa's place ASAP. But it's too early. Okay, and it's early. Yes. Point taken. Okay, I'm down. Alright. Sure. Number. Please. Number. Face with big pleading eyes. Horizontal ellipsis. Fine. Lol simp. At least I don't look like a humanoid tennis ball. Ha. Please. 𝙬𝙗𝙬𝙗𝙬𝙗𝙬𝙗𝙬𝙗𝙬𝙗𝙬𝙗𝙬𝙗𝙬𝙗𝙬𝙗𝙬𝙗𝙬𝙗𝙬𝙗𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬𝙬 Thanks. Can't help you there. You're dead to me. Bold of you to assume I'm not dead inside. Alright, I'm coming over so we can go to Oikawa's together. Young love. Bring a bat. Why? Reasons. Horizontal ellipsis. You better not do it inside, my mum would disown me if there's blood on the carpet. Rethinking life choices right now. 10 minutes later. Where are you guys? Loudly crying face. I need to know what's going on with my Iwa-chan. Open your door or I'm breaking it down. Day 2,342,692 of wondering why I joined Seijoh's boys volleyball team. Oikawa was pacing around his living room. His hands were shaking while his eyes were glued down on the fluffy carpet. It was now 9:30 in the morning. The others took almost an hour to arrive, but it didn't matter since all they saw was their captain, barely paying attention to his surroundings, pacing around. The members were currently seated on Oikawa's couch, Kindaichi in between Kunami and Kayatani, who looked like they were about to start a fight, although Kunami had a bored look and Kayatani had a nasty scowl on his face, with Yahaba next to Kayatani, and Watari next to him. On the other side were Hanamaki and Matsukoa. Matsukoa had his arms wrapped around Hanamaki's shoulders while scrolling through his phone. Hanamaki, however, was observing every step Oikawa took as he paced around. What if he's in trouble? But he can't say it. Like, what if he's being blackmailed? Oh go, what if he joined a gang? Kunami, a bored look on his face, spoke up. He's probably a gang leader by now. Oikawa screeched. A what? Yahaba sighs and stood up. He walks over at Kunami and slaps the back of Kunami's head. Not hard enough, though. Kunami groans, and looks down. Sorry. Yahaba crosses his arms and looked at a concerned looking Oikawa. Are you sure you're probably just overreacting about your assumptions? I probably am. But I'm still worried. Watari rubbed the nape of his neck. He then looks up at the ceiling, wondering what they can do to help. Hanamaki gave out a low whistle, his palms on the back of his head as he smirks at Oikawa. Don't think I haven't noticed it. Oikawa stops pacing around and looks at Hanamaki, turning his head to the side. Notice. What, exactly? He gave out an exasperated sigh as he nudges Matsukoa, asking for help. Matsukoa shrugs and continues to scroll on his phone. Hanamaki groans. Look, I've seen the way you look at Iwaizumi these past few weeks. Oikawa was about to speak up until Hanamaki raises a finger, shushing him. Kayatani snorts. Don't you dare give me the. In a high-pitched voice, he imitates Oikawa's stance while sitting on the couch, both his hands on his waist with a pout playing on his lips. What are you talking about? What look? He then did the signature sassy Oikawa pose. Kunami clapped his hands together not so enthusiastically. Kindaichi awkwardly chuckles and rubs the nape of his neck. Cue the signature core pout. Oikawa was genuinely bewildered. At the sudden realization, he gasped dramatically. Okay, first of all, I don't sound like that. He pouts, his hands pressed firmly on both sides of his hips, his head slightly tilted to the side. And I don't have a signature pose. Hanamaki gave him a knowing look. Oikawa turns to face the others, his eyes pleading for help that they, at least, would agree with him. They looked anywhere but his direction, whistling and busying themselves with something else. Yahaba, a bored look on his face, pointed at the mirror nearby. Oikawa throws his arms around and acted like a spoiled child. It's unintentional. Hanamaki laughs. How does Iwaizumi put up with your childishness? Oikawa had a slight blush on his face when his friend mentioned Iwaizumi. By calling him Shitakoa and Trashikoa. Wataru said, chuckling, remembering the times their two senpais kept arguing with each other. Don't forget that even after all that, Iwaizumi would always make sure if he's genuinely okay. Kindaichi grins. Right. Even though he calls him names or playfully throws punches his way, he cares a lot about Oikawa-san's well-being. Kayotani stayed quiet, listening to them talk about their co-captain. Kunami and Matsuko are still tapping away on their phones. Hanamaki noticed that, in the middle of their conversations, Oikawa stayed silent the whole time. He'd usually pitch in since he's his best friend, but this time it was different. Hanamaki clears his throat. Everyone stayed quiet and looks at Hanamaki, who was curiously looking over at their captain who was staring at the ground, completely spaced out. They then glanced over at Oikawa. Hanamaki cleared his throat once more, finally gaining his attention. Yes. Oikawa looks up at them, a blush on his cheeks. He looked like he was caught red-handed. You see, I've known you for almost over 3 years now, Toru. Hanamaki started. Oikawa suddenly felt like he was being interrogated. Maki? Hanamaki sighs. You're the smartest person here in the room, but you're also the most oblivious idiot as well. Perfectly balanced. Hanamaki was about to explain at a confused-looking Oikawa until Matsuko spoke up, making Oikawa cough in shock. Dude, admit it, you're in love with the Iwaizumi Hajime. Oikawa's blush creeped up from his neck, his palms sweaty as his heart started thumping so loud against his ears he thought he might go deaf at this rate. Haha, you must have been mistaken. He's my best friend. And I've dated many. Yahaba cuts him off, a proud smirk on his face. But they don't make you feel that type of way when you're with Iwaizumi-san. Huh? Oikawa stayed quiet. He then breathes in, then breathes out a shaky breath. I don't like him that way. You're all assuming I do. Hanamaki and Matsuko exchanged glances with each other then nodded. Oikawa walks over to the kitchen to get himself a glass of water. He suddenly heard a loud knock. Matsuko calls over at Oikawa, a mischievous grin dancing on his lips. Oh my god, is that Iwaizumi shirtless? Oikawa suddenly turns around, then bolted towards the living room and saw that there was, unfortunately, no Iwaizumi. Instead, it was his teammate smirking up at him. The realization felt like a hard, massive, brick wall hit him on his face. Oh no. He started blushing profusely. It's not what it. Hanamaki gave Oikawa's shoulders a reassuring squeeze. SHH. There's no point in denying it. It's alright. We love you bro. Even though we clickbaited you in real life. Oikawa wanted to scream at everyone, completely denying that obvious fact. Maki you little. Matsuko suddenly gasped out loud, cutting him off. Dude, Oikawa. Your future husband is calling. Matsuko shoves his phone close to Oikawa's face. Oikawa gulps, struggling to hold the phone on his palms. As his palms were still shaking, he presses the answer button and places it on speaker. He almost dropped Matsuko's phone, so Matsuko was the one who held onto it instead. The group, except Kayotani, huddled closer to listen to what Iwaizumi has to say. There was shuffling, then sounds of cars passing by. He was probably on his daily job, Oikawa thought to himself. He felt a pang of jealousy. Why didn't he call him instead? But then again, who is he to demand to know about his whereabouts? No one special. He's just a friend to him. Why should he care? It's not like he's. Matsuko and Hanamaki wiggled their eyebrows at a blushing Oikawa. Oikawa pinches their biceps. Matsuko and Hanamaki grimacing. Matsukoa cleared his throat. Iwaizumi, hey. Where's Oikawa? Oikawa's eyes widened. Was he in trouble? They gave each other knowing looks. Hanamaki's smirk widens. Matsukoa raises his brows questioningly as he stares at his phone. Why? Good morning to you, too, Iwaizumi. I'm serious. Where is he? He hasn't been replying to my messages this morning. Matsukoa hums, wiggling his brows at Oikawa. Ah, really? Yes. Do you know where he is? Matsukoa gave Oikawa's side a nudge before replying. We're actually here at his place. There was shuffling before Iwaizumi replied. Where? Matsukoa was about to reply until Oikawa returns the nudge Matsukoa gave him, signaling him to not tell him that, almost, the whole team was at his place. It would raise suspicion. Oh, me and Maki. Yeah. Why are you over at his place? There was a slight pause. At almost 10 in the morning? How long have you guys been over? Do you know why Oikawa hasn't been replying? He'd usually spam me with his shitty texts. Oikawa's patience suddenly vanished. He snatches the phone from Matsukoa's grasp and grins. Or, is my Iwa-chan concerned? I hear. Suddenly, Iwaizumi's concerned, monotone, tone, disappeared as he immediately scolds Oikawa over the phone. Oi, trash Oikawa. Why weren't you replying to my messages? You can't just message me in the middle of the night and say you have something important to ask me and leave me on red. Oikawa suddenly remembered what he was talking about, his mouth open in reminiscing about last night. Oh, yeah, oops. I forgot he. Well, what is it? Oikawa pauses for a moment. Yeah, number. Not now. Not with his teammates around. It wasn't confidential and all, but it's just something he'd like to discuss with Iwaizumi. Alone. Toru? Hey. Oikawa snaps out of it when Matsukoa nudges him on the side, a bit worried. Yahaba placed a hand on his shoulder. Oikawa clears his throat, hoping that it might at least help get rid of his thoughts. He feigns a chuckle. It's not that important, Iwa. I'm fine. Don't worry too much about it. Iwaizumi groans. It's not important if you had to ask me at 3 in the morning, out of the blue, your text's dry. Plus, why would you text in the middle of the night without context? So it must be why you couldn't sleep last night. So yes, it's important. Kunami and Kindaichi gave each other a look. Hanamaki showed Oikawa 2 of his hands in the form of a heart, dramatically fanning his face and leaning on Matsukoa's shoulders. Oikawa felt his heart tug, but he ignored it once more. Weren't you just overanalyzing it? You have 10 seconds before I come over and kick your ass. Oikawa squeaked. Please don't. Then tell me. Oikawa looks up to see his teammates. Curious as well. He sighs. Not now. These 2 idiots are eavesdropping. The 2 glared at him. Oikawa gave them a wink. Alright. Promise to tell me soon? I want to know what's on your mind. Oikawa had a small smile on his face. I promise. There was a moment of silence. Who knew you're this caring, Iwa-chan? Oikawa could sense that Iwaizumi was probably rolling his eyes. I always cared, Shitakoa. Matsukoa and Hanamaki silently fanboyed, fanning their faces. The rest were either just silently observing. And you woke me up in the middle of the night, so I think I'm obliged to know. Matsukoa rolls his eyes and mumbled something incoherent. Kindaichi and Watari tried not to snort. Oikawa's grin never faltered. Sure, Iwa. Suddenly, there was a feminine voice calling over at Iwaizumi. They don't exactly know who and what she said, though. It was incoherent. Yes, I know. Give me 5 minutes. There was more shuffling then cars beeping in the background. Look, I got to go. I'm sorry if I can't come over with you, Matsun, and Maki. I'm in a rush. I'll talk to you soon. Oikawa's smile fades. So. Oikawa cuts him off. Iwa? What's wrong? Are you alright? Yes, Oikawa. I'm fine. Why? It's just, you seem to be out of it lately and Oikawa stops himself. Don't worry, I'm alright. Then there were people arguing in the background. It was muffled, though. Then the feminine voice called out to him again. He then heard Iwaizumi, running. Iwa-chan, I can literally hear you running. Where are you? What's wrong? It's nothing. He's lying. Oikawa could tell. Let's talk later. I'm doing something at the moment. I got to go. Oh, okay. Neither of them ended the call. Moments later, he hears Iwaizumi clearing his throat. Take care, Oikawa. Oikawa swallows the lump on his throat. Yeah, you too. Iwaizumi ends the call. There was a moment of silence except 𝐿𝐿𝐼𝐻 aggressive typing on his phone. Hanamaki lowly whistles. Now I'm even more curious about his whereabouts. Bro, we got to go find out. Wait, oh yes we should. Yahaba shakes his head. We don't even know where he's at. They glanced down at a pouting Oikawa. Oikawa finally remembered something. Wait, Maki. Didn't you say you finally figured it out? About Iwa-chan? He shook his head. I was wrong. But then I realized that it wasn't just Iwaizumi who seems off. It was you, too. Oikawa snorts. Me? I'm perfectly fine. Maki sighs. You're in love with your best friend but you're still in denial. I can tell. Oikawa glared at him. I think you need glasses, then. What you saw deceived you. Hanamaki waves his arms around, exasperated. It's hopeless. I tried, guys. Oikawa sighed. Fine. Let's say. Hypothetically speaking, I liked him. 𝐿𝐼𝐻 finally spoke up. Remove the hypothetically because it's facts. Oikawa-san. Kunami rolled his eyes. For once I agree with 𝐿𝐼𝐻. When Kunami agrees with 𝐿𝐼𝐻, he's serious. Oikawa glances over at the 2 third years, a smirk on their faces. What? Matsukawa chuckles mischievously. You see, our dearest captain, we already knew that from the start. We just wanted to hear it from you. Oikawa glares. The tension between you two kinda gave it away. Tell him or I'll castrate you and feed them to my dogs. You don't have a pet? Then I'll adopt one. Hanamaki raises his hands in the air in surrender. Don't worry, we won't. Oikawa sighs in relief. But you have to tell him yourself. Oikawa choked. No. Never. He doesn't feel the same way and I don't want to ruin our friendship. Everyone groaned. What? Nothing. Figure it out yourself, Oikawa-san. Yeah, sorry. Dropping out of school to be Cupid. Oikawa waves his hand around dismissively. Look, the issue right now is what's wrong with my Iwa-chan. He might be in trouble. Hanamaki scratches his head. Moments later, Wataru tugged on Oikawa's shirt and showed him something on his phone. The others huddled closer, except for 𝐿𝐼𝐻, again, and saw Iwaizumi's snap location on Snapchat. I thought that what if Iwaizumi left his snap location on and forgot to turn it off like me sometimes, so I checked and saw that his snap location was on. It doesn't show specifically where he's at, but he's over there. Oikawa hugged Wataru, the poor boy trying to escape Oikawa's bear hug, squirming. Oh my, Wataru, you're a genius. Wataru chuckles awkwardly and pulls away. They analyzed the location. Okay, but like he could be anywhere. 𝐿𝐼𝐻 stood up. Something came up. I need to go. Oikawa nods. Before 𝐿𝐼𝐻 left, he called over at Oikawa. Yes. Try the ones near a cafe. He's probably there. Oikawa crosses his arms, raising a brow, giving him a challenging look. And if he isn't? What time is it right now? Where do you think he'd be at this hour? And with that, 𝐿𝐼𝐻 left, closing the door behind him. Oikawa, Matsukawa, and Hanamaki exchanged looks then nodded. All right, everyone, let's go. The 3 third years stood up. Wait, are you for real? I mean, this seems harmless. Yeah, stalking our co-captain is fun. Kunami lazily cheers. Hanamaki smirks at him. It's not stalking, it's just friends being concerned, that's all. Amazing senpais we have. I mean, I'm free for the rest of the day and it's a Saturday right now. Oikawa shook off that weird feeling and smiled at them. It was a weird feeling. As if something unexpected might happen. I mean, what's life without a little adventure? They all look at Kunami, waiting for his response. Kunami then sighs, feeling defeated. Especially seeing the pleading look on his captain and Kindaichi's face. Fine. The 3rd years cheered. What are you guys waiting for? Let's go. For once, I'll let Oikawa drive my car. Just this once. No backing out, Maki dear. I feel scared and I haven't even seen Oikawa drive yet. They then chatted for a while as they waited for Hanamaki to clean his car and give room for the others. Oikawa and others then got ready. The feeling Oikawa felt a while ago never left, that same old feeling he felt before. Hanamaki, retying his shoes out iced on Oikawa's doorsteps, hollered over at the rest, Matsukawa leaning on the door. Chop chop, cuties. He turns around and stretched. As everyone was about to get out, Hanamaki suddenly turned around to face them. This, children, is how to catch a tsundere. Oikawa raises an eyebrow at him. Tsundere? Really? Hanamaki shrugged. Kunami sighs exasperatedly, waving his arms in the air. What in the Pokemon is this? Let the real chaos begin.
悩まずに生きることさ、俺たちのこの知識、はくなまただ